What prompted you to get into this line of business?
My music career began when I was at USIU. Immediately I finished high school, I had made up my mind that I wanted to be a musician, but my parents insisted that I had to get a degree in something. And for that reason, I decided, okay, fine, the best thing to do would be business, because music is a business. And so that's why I studied international business. And at the same time, I began looking for a studio to record at, started experimenting with different styles of music and seeing where it's going to go to.
High points and low points of your venture.
Hands Across the World was like a dream come true. I'd always wanted to work with an international artist, but I'd always ask myself, how is that going to happen? And again, people were like, it's impossible. So I told myself, they said I wouldn't make money. I went over that hurdle. They said it wasn't a profession. I went over that hurdle. So they say I won't make a record with an international artist. I'm definitely going to go over this one. And the opportunity came when I got signed to Sony Music. Sony Music was opening a branch in Africa, and one of their projects was to have a song that would be done, a collaboration between African artists across African countries. And Hands Across the World was the first project they embarked on to introduce Sony to the market in Africa. I think my low moment came after the first song I did was relatively successful, and then I got my major break in music came when I did a collaboration with a Nameless called Ninanoki, and it just catapulted me into this, East African artist. People got introduced to Amani, and it was a huge hit. It was a huge hit in East Africa. I mean, people in Central Africa knew about the song, parts of South Africa that heard about the song. And then the nightmare came after Ninanoki. I had to do a song bigger than Ninanoki. And it was trying to prove myself as an artist, as Amani, because they're like, okay, fine, Ninanoki was a great record, but what else can you do? And I remember every song that I wrote it was not good enough. And I kept coming to studio. I do one song and the producer tells me it's not better than Ninanoki. I do another one, it's better, not better. And I just got so frustrated. And I basically took a break. Let's be honest. I took a break and I told myself, you know what? This whole music thing is actually a monster. And after I took a break, I worked. I just finished campus then, and I decided, okay, fine, let me get a job. I worked for 9 months, and I think that was probably one of my lowest points.
What are your future plans?
I'm a dreamer. From those days when I read the autobiography about Madonna to today, I've never stopped dreaming. I've never stopped reading about the business. I still do my research. I do my research from all sorts of places. I'll just ask people. I'll go into a place where I know young people hang out and I'll ask them, what music are you listening to? What do you like? Who do you think is hot? Who do you think dresses well? Whose video do you think is hot? Because you have to satisfy their demand. It's not about what you really like as a musician. You display what you love as a musician in your album, but you've got to have 1 or 2 to 3 songs that satisfy your fans' demands, what they want. And then after that, you introduce them to who you are as an artist. An album is made up of maybe 10, 15 songs. So give them 3 of their songs, and then they'll be more receptive to hear what you have to offer. I have dreams. Hopefully I'll win a Grammy one day. That's like the focus right now. Gotta get a Grammy. Just take the musical culture of Kenya out there to the world. My plans for the next 2 years, I want to hit Africa big. There hasn't been really a female African icon since Brenda Fassie and Yvonne Chaka Chaka. I want to be the next Yvonne Chaka Chaka or Brenda Fassie. And from Kenya, so put my country on the map. So hopefully I'll get there.
Resources needed to scale up your business.
I think now things have moved, everything has moved to the web. So for me to get introduced and for my fans to interact with me more, like I said, fan base that's the first thing. If I want to be that huge artist in Africa, what do I need? I need to get the African fan base. Then everything else falls into place business-wise. So to acquire that fan base, of course, people will know you through your music, and then they'll start inquiring, who is this Amani? Where is she from? And someone in Benin or Burkina Faso or Zambia is not going to get that information through the radio. The only place they're going to get that information is online, by interacting with you through Twitter, Facebook, MySpace, your website, just reading about what you're up to and everything, keeping up to date with you. So everything is moving online, and even me as Amani, I want to have a stronger online presence so I can satisfy that demand of the fans wanting to know more about me. Once fans hear your first song, they want to hear the second song, the third song, the fourth song. They always keep asking, what's coming up, what's coming up? So the best place to have that kind of stuff is online. And sometimes you may not be able to get your music to someone in Sierra Leone or Senegal because of the whole distribution line, but if you have your music available online, then they can be able to get it. So a stronger online presence would be a huge business advantage for me right now, so I'm focusing on that.
What kind of CSR activities are you involved in?
Since after making my comeback, I asked myself a lot of questions like, why am I singing? Am I singing to be famous? Am I singing to make money? What is my goal as a musician? And I remember writing it down and said that I read a verse in the Bible actually that said that you are blessed so you can be a blessing to other people. And I made a promise to myself that if I became that blessed person, I would definitely be a blessing to other people through inspiring them and motivating them. Because I'm one of those people who started from like the bottom, and it took courage and determination to be able to just come back and make something off nothing. I'm that person who was laid off a job. I didn't have like anything to fall back on. I was flat out, and I built one day at a time. I built everything to where it is today, and I just want to be inspiration to someone out there. And sometimes it's not really about my story, it's about other people's story. And I feel that there's so many young girls out there that don't have that person to tell them a story that will make them go like, okay, if she did it, then I can do it. So it's just, I just focus on motivational speaking, and sometimes I invite my friends who I also know have really, like, everybody has a story, have come from nothing and just come to the top. But that young girl who's 18 years old is just looking for someone to tell them, listen, it's okay, you're going to do this. It doesn't matter what people have said about you. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks about you. Everybody has a purpose in this world, and you can fulfill your purpose.